Vibrations only. Tell your homies to tell your homies I got the love if they feeling lonely. I'm feeling good, got my crystals on me. Of course, y'all don't even know about the courts. Y'all don't even know about the force. I'm about to knock down the door, then come manifest me some more. Y'all feeling like it.
Hey Hatchlings, it's DragonFaether, and welcome back to my Patreon exclusive series called The Witch's Secret. This is a series where I discuss all of the wonderful secrets, tips, and tricks that I have learned throughout my practice and on my path that I wish to share with you here, but you should keep it a secret, for these are some of my most valuable things that I've learned along the way on my path that I wanted to share with you, for those of you who are serious about your craft and wanting to get more involved with the path of magic. Because if you just harbor and hold everything up inside of you, you're never ever going to be able to move on or grow or change or any of that if you're stuck in the past. And that's why it's so important to release things and to let things go that are holding you back, and how to identify these things. One thing that I find that a lot of us hold on to, a lot of us can't really let go, are really painful, traumatizing things that people have done to us, especially within our childhood or from our parents or immediate family members who we trusted that may have let us down. Those are some deep-rooted issues that can completely change and alter the course of our path if we let them and don't get rid of them when we need to. As well as maybe you fucked up in your past and you can't get over it. Maybe you fucked up again, or maybe you did the same mistake over and over and over again, and you haven't necessarily learned your lesson and you don't really know what you're doing. Well, it's important to learn how to let the negative feelings go and to express them and let them float on, because it's not about ignoring your feelings. It's not about, you know what, I'm just not having a good day today. It's not anything about that. The main thing that we're doing here is we're identifying what it is that's causing us pain, what is causing us turmoil and trauma and despair and heartbreak and sorrow, what is causing these things. And we need to open a space for ourselves and allow ourselves in a safe space, in a secure space where we won't be disturbed, to let it go and truly feel it. We need to feel it with every inch of our being before we can let it go, because the reason why we have these feelings is because we're human. It's a part of the experience. We need to understand these feelings. We need to experience these feelings, even if they're dark, disgusting, and pitiful, however you want to view them. Maybe you're mad at yourself because you can't get over it. Well, you know what? It's okay. You're not alone. You're not the first person to struggle with this. You're not the last person. So it's really important to understand that, hey, maybe I just need to get my shit together, I need to feel some shit out, and then I need to let it go. Step number one is identifying where the problem is. And this is probably the most difficult step, because sometimes identifying where the shit came from is not the easiest task. One way that I recommend doing this is meditation is probably the most common way. Any kind of meditation that works best for you, be it active, passive, or whatever you like to do with your meditation. Another way that this can be done is via shadow work. I feel like releasing and letting go is more of a type of theme that is tied into shadow work and is something that can be beneficial when done using shadow work. If you haven't really heard about shadow work before, you can research it, and I certainly will be coming out with more videos on shadow work in the future on my channel, but you can definitely find tons of resources online about it if you've never done it before. My favorite one I recommend is by Infinite Waters if you have not seen it already. After you have identified the problem, it may take you a quick minute. Identifying what's really giving you shit might take you a day, might take you hours, might take you weeks, months, maybe years. Hopefully not years, but it's really important to sit down and actively work on identifying it. And once you understand what it is that's bothering you, what it is that's causing you so much pain, where is that pain coming from, when you get there, what you need to do next is you need to ask yourself, how can I get over this? You need to ask yourself, how can I cope with this? How can I overcome this? Like, how can you get past this barrier or this blockage or this trauma or whatever it is? Because you being able to do that is going to be so important. And the way you get over something is going to be completely different than how Sally does it. It's going to be completely different than how Jose does it. It's going to be completely different than how Shanika does it. Okay, are you kidding me? You do you, girl. Like, Don't worry about what other people do. This is for you and for you alone. Learning how to release shit and let shit go is for you and nobody else but you. Some people are like, oh my god, you shouldn't forget them. And it's like, bitch, you ain't forgiven anyone. For their sake, you are forgiving people for your sake, for your peace of mind, because you deserve to live a peaceful life, even if people have fucking screwed you over in the past, okay? Even if you screwed yourself over in the past, you deserve to live a better life. And that goes true for everybody. I don't care who you are, what you think. Girl, you deserve it. Girl, you deserve it. Just saying. Once you have identified how you can get rid of that, whatever way or method that is, the time is to actively start releasing it. And this may take a while. This may take a few sessions. This may take one session. This may take many therapy appointments throughout the course of years. You never know. All you need to understand is that in order for you to become a better person, in order for you to grow and move past the trauma that holds you back, you need to actively work on releasing it. Don't get mad at yourself if you can't let it go. It's not about getting angry at yourself. There's no time limit. There's no way or right or wrong way to do this. It's just about opening up the space for yourself, you know, to like, you know, sometimes you gotta pat yourself on the back. Sometimes you gotta give yourself a hug and be like, you know what? You got this. Like, I love you. And that's how you gotta be sometimes. I recommend is a release ritual that you can do once a month for any sort of things that may have happened throughout your month that may have built up, or you can use this release ritual to just like purge that shit. And basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna open up a circle, set the mood, however that is, using candles, music, incense, whatever it is that you fuck with. Go ahead and create an environment where you feel safe and comfortable, and then you're gonna put yourself in a state where you allowed yourself to dive deep into recalling the memories that have really been traumatizing. Again, I don't recommend this for everybody, although I do recommend it for everybody. I'm just warning you that it can be very emotionally intensive and sometimes life-changing, in the point where after you're done doing something like this, you'll never be the same again. So I just want you to understand that going into it. It's very serious process, but it's something that is very necessary in order to just kind of come to terms with life, you know, and just kind of like let it go and find who you really are, because we can't be who we truly are if it's covered and coated in all these layers of bullshit that we've been through, emotions that we haven't processed, grieving that we never got a chance to do, and self-hatred that may be thrown in there somehow because somebody did something and now we just don't like ourselves. Who knows? Who fucking knows? But you can't be your true self until you get that shit off. It's like you can't have a shiny sparkly diamond until you clear off the rest of the matrix, you know what I'm saying? Until you clear off the dirt and the grime and you polish it and you cut that shit and it looks gorgeous. You can't have that beautiful diamond until you have that, you know what I'm saying? Until you go through all those things. So this is just basically the act of buffing out all the dirt on your aura and just kind of cutting you into pristine condition to where you can embody as much spirit as you can, and to where you can be as happy and have the capacity for as much love as possible. Doing this release ritual, cast a circle, open a space for yourself where you're safe and you're not going to be bothered, and go ahead and try and make yourself cry. I know it sounds intense and scary and you may not be successful the first time, but allow yourself to think about and recall those memories that really fucked you up. You know what I mean? Those memories that are dark, that cause you panic attacks, that maybe gave you PTSD, excuse me, that may have given you anxiety or depression, or may have changed your life, or may have broke your heart, or whatever it may be. You need to think about it. You need to visualize it in such clear clarity that it's almost as if you're reliving it. And that can be hard and scary, and I understand that. I understand that can be really overwhelming. So it's just important to do it and take it at a pace that's best for you. You know, you can do this in, you know, with your therapist, you know, you can do it with your regimen that you already have if you maybe battle with mental health like I do. It's something that is really truly your journey, and I can't stress that enough. But the importance is to allow yourself to cry, to weep, to grieve, to howl if you need to at the pain that's inside, to release it, because if you hold it in, you're gonna just be walking with that with you all the time. It'll never leave you, and it'll start to change you. It'll start to change who you are if you don't address the problem. And I've seen so many people change because of one thing somebody did to them that they never took the time to get over and release. And so that's why this is such a powerful secret, is because you need to understand the power, the magic, the true undeniable force that comes with releasing your pain and letting go of your sorrows. It's so important, and I cannot stress it enough. For those of you guys who may not really know how to do this on your own, who may have never done something like this, you can really do it anyway. You can like even take a candle, infuse it with all your hatred and sorrow, and burn it all the way down as a way of burning it out of you. There's really endless ways. You can write that shit down and burn that shit. You can, write that shit down, toss it into the sea. You can do whatever you want, truly, but it's just a matter of taking the time to really address what's hurt you, to feel it to the very core of your being, and then to let that bitch go. And it's so important. It's such a secret, and that's why it's one of the most valuable secrets on The Witch's Secret here on Patreon. So I hope that this video helped you. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel to leave them down below. I'm more than happy to help you. If you need some assistance in making a release ritual, it can be something so basic. I definitely recommend keeping it simple. You don't need it to be elaborate, especially if it's your first time, but if you do want to make it elaborate, again, your imagination's the limit. You can do whatever you want. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel via Patreon. I really appreciate it. I really hope that you enjoy all the content I have to offer. And if you guys want to see anything or hear from me in a specific topic, please leave your comments down below, and I would be more than happy to get back to you and make that video for you, my friend. So thank you so much for watching, but remember to keep it a secret, and I will see you guys next month here on The Witch's Secret. But until next time, stay geeky, cheeky, and freaky, little hatchling. You gotta let that shit go, okay? Don't forget to release that bitch. Don't forget to let that bitch go, okay? And you should be just fine in your journey. So sending you guys all my love and light for today. But until next time, like I said, stay geeky, cheeky, freaky, okay? Okay, blessed be, and bye, little hatchlings. Mwah.